The year is 2236. Humanity stands at the threshold of a new era, one shaped by centuries of ambition, innovation, and the relentless drive to explore the unknown. Our species has established thriving outposts on the moon, built bustling colonies beneath the red skies of Mars, and sent mining ships to harvest the riches of the asteroid belt. The solar system, once a distant dream, has become our extended home. Yet, for all our progress, the universe remained eerily silent. No signals, no signs, just the vast, quiet expanse. That is, until 2 years ago, when everything changed. The Global Space Agency's Deep Space Array detected something extraordinary, a structured, moving signal, unmistakably artificial, originating from a distant galaxy far beyond our own. For the first time in human history, we had proof. We were not alone in the cosmos. The discovery sent shockwaves across the world, igniting hope, fear, and wonder in equal measure. In response, nations set aside their differences and united behind a single purpose. Together, we launched Project Hope, a daring one-way mission to follow the signal to its mysterious source, wherever it might lead. The Starship Hope was assembled in orbit, a marvel of human engineering. Its heart was the revolutionary skip drive, a technology capable of leaping across the vast gulfs between galaxies in moments, something once thought impossible. But the skip drive was unpredictable, demanding intuition, adaptability, and courage, qualities only a human crew could provide. No machine could match the resilience of the human spirit. 4 extraordinary individuals were chosen: Commander Eva Rostova, a seasoned leader; Dr. Aris Thorne, a brilliant astrophysicist; Kenji Tanaka, an engineer with unmatched ingenuity; and Dr. Lena Hansen, a psychologist and biologist. They trained relentlessly, preparing for every conceivable scenario, emergencies, unknown dangers, and the psychological toll of deep space. Each of them made the ultimate sacrifice, leaving behind families, friends, and the world they knew, all for a mission that might never return. As they boarded the Starship Hope, the eyes of humanity were upon them. They carried not just their own dreams, but the hopes and aspirations of every person on Earth. Their mission was more than a scientific expedition. It was a quest to answer the oldest question of all: are we alone? It was a journey to find meaning in the vastness of the universe. The countdown began. Around the globe, billions watched and waited, united in anticipation, hope, and awe. Humanity's greatest journey was about to begin, a leap into the unknown, driven by curiosity, courage, and the unbreakable bonds that connect us all. On July 9th, 2236, Hope launched quietly from Earth's orbit. Commander Rostova guided the ship through debris, past the moon, and onward to Mars. The Martian colonies sent messages of encouragement, the last human voices the crew would ever hear in person. Over the asteroid belt, Kenji's skills kept them safe, narrowly dodging a cluster of rogue rocks. They slingshotted past Jupiter, awed by its storms and scale, gaining speed for the journey ahead. The solar system's wonders faded behind them. The crew shared a final look at home, then turned toward the unknown. The cradle of humanity was now far behind. Hope set course for Saturn, its massive form looming in the distance, a beacon in the darkness. Its rings offered a shimmering farewell, casting golden light across the ship's hull. Dr. Hansen marveled at the rings' complexity, tracing their delicate patterns with awe and curiosity. Meanwhile, the crew dodged a comet by diving close to the planet, their hearts pounding with adrenaline. Past Pluto and Charon, they reflected on how far humanity had come and the vastness still ahead. In the Kuiper Belt, a stray ice rock damaged a sensor, threatening their mission's progress. Kenji performed a tense spacewalk, repairing the ship as Eris watched from afar, silent and mysterious. The crew pressed on, each obstacle a reminder of space's dangers and their own resilience. Every milestone brought them closer to the edge of the solar system. The unknown beckoned, full of promise and peril. The Oort cloud loomed, the final barrier. Commander Rostova and Kenji engaged the skip drive, leaping a year's distance in an instant. A comet collision behind them sent a shockwave, nudging hope onward. With the sun's domain behind, the true journey began. The skip drive propelled them to Proxima Centauri, then deeper into the Milky Way. Each jump revealed nebulae, star clusters, and cosmic wonders. Dr. Thorne gathered data never before seen by human eyes. The Hope sailed on, a tiny vessel in a sea of stars. Each leap took them further from home, closer to the signal. The galaxy unfolded before them. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to join us on this cosmic adventure. The Milky Way's wonders were breathtaking and humbling. The crew witnessed a black hole devour a star, its power awe-inspiring. Commander Rostova prepared for the greatest leap yet to Andromeda. The skip drive strained, but they emerged to see Andromeda's spiral fill their view. From between galaxies, they watched a new cluster being born, stars igniting, black holes shaping creation. Dr. Hansen and Dr. Thorne documented the spectacle, witnessing cosmic birth firsthand. The crew's bond deepened, their isolation profound. They became a world unto themselves, a spark of humanity in the dark. The signal called them onward. With Andromeda fading into the cosmic distance behind them, the signal they'd been chasing grew ever stronger, pulsing through the void like a beacon. The crew felt the weight of the journey, knowing they were now farther from home than any human had ever ventured. In a single, breathtaking leap, the crew jumped 1 billion light-years, materializing in a star system so ancient and empty it felt like the universe's forgotten attic. The stars here were old and dim, their light barely illuminating the lonely planets that circled them. The signal was now almost overwhelming, filling their instruments with data. Yet, its source remained elusive, always shifting, always just out of reach, driven by the relentless expansion of the universe itself, as if the cosmos was conspiring to keep its secrets hidden. Dr. Thorne stared out at the endless dark realization dawning. They weren't just following a signal. They were chasing the cosmological horizon, the very edge of the observable universe, where space itself stretched faster than light. The crew gathered on the bridge, tension thick in the air. They faced a monumental choice: turn back toward the safety of the known, or press onward into the unknown, toward the ultimate boundary of existence. After a moment of silent understanding, they chose to continue. Each knew this was a one-way journey, a step into the abyss from which there would be no return. Commander Rostova's hands moved steadily over the controls, plotting the final jump. The ship's reserves dwindled, every calculation precise, every move draining Hope's last stores of energy. The crew prepared in silence, checking their suits and gear, united by a shared sense of purpose and destiny. They were explorers at the edge of time itself. With a final steadying breath, they initiated the launch sequence. Every heartbeat echoed with anticipation and fear. The ship screamed through the fabric of space-time, racing toward the end of everything known. Beyond the horizon, the final mystery awaited. An answer, or perhaps a new beginning. The jump ended in silence and darkness. No stars, no light. The crew sat in the cockpit, surrounded by a void so complete it felt as if the universe itself had ended. For a moment, time seemed to stop. The only sound was the faint hum of the ship's life support, echoing in the emptiness. They had crossed a threshold no human had ever reached, and now, nothingness pressed in from every side. Then, as if summoned by their presence, a shimmering wall of color appeared, rippling with impossible hues, like a cosmic aurora stretching across infinity. It was the edge of the universe, a boundary between everything known and the endless unknown beyond. The ship drifted closer, sensors overwhelmed by the spectacle. Before them glowed the afterglow of the Big Bang, ancient light, the first echo of creation. The signal they'd chased was everywhere, woven into the very fabric of space and time. The crew stared in awe, realizing they were witnessing the echo of creation itself. The truth struck with a quiet finality. There was no alien message waiting for them, no secret code from another intelligence, only the universe's own song, a cosmic melody that had been playing since the dawn of time, echoing across eternity. They had reached the ultimate horizon, the very edge of existence itself, where space and time seemed to blur and dissolve. The crew became the first humans to witness this boundary, to look out upon the unknown and feel the weight of cosmic history. But as the wonder faded, reality returned. Power reserves were nearly gone. Return was impossible. The ship's systems blinked warnings, and the cold truth settled in. Yet Kenji, ever resourceful, found enough energy for one last tiny jump. Dr. Thorne, voice trembling with hope and fear, suggested a final desperate idea. What if we jump forward, beyond the universe itself? With no other choice, the crew agreed, united by courage and curiosity. Commander Rostova aimed hope into the light. The ship leapt forward, vanishing into the unknown, propelled by the last spark of human ingenuity. Humanity's quest did not end at the edge. It became something new, a leap into a realm no mind could imagine, a new chapter in the story of existence. The story of hope vanished into the cosmic dawn, leaving behind a legacy of wonder, courage, and the eternal search for meaning.